Yo, everybody, welcome to Black Friday here at Tallarino and Tuzzolino. I'm Tommy Tallarino. This is my buddy Sal, the bookmaker Tuzzolino. How you doing?
Everything's great.
All right, man.
Let's get to it, man.
Looking good. So, we ran into little Black Friday traffic today. Everybody's going to the mall. Who goes to the mall on Black Friday?
Well, apparently you do because you were driving that way.
I exited at the mall, and I got caught in the mall, and I was just like, oh my God,
they're really I gotta go shopping. This guy right here.
But my shopping is only on Amazon with just submit. That's all. That's it for me. I just pick out what I want, submit. Pick out what I want, credit card,
well,
submit.
A lot of people do that.
They're
wrecking the marketplace.
I don't know
Go
who
to the
goes
store.
to
Listen,
there.
I go shopping on Christmas Eve because I want to be there in the mayhem of everything.
You like that, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I like that too. It's
I like
fun.
throwing elbows and getting the things that I want. Get out of my way.
The only thing is only a few things left over, but it's
That's
good.
all right. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I went to the store and I fought for something. Get over it.
Okay, so so today is leftovers day. We had a couple great games yesterday. We had the Cowboys Redskins, which was a throwback game. I remember I was talking to my father. I remember 42 years ago the Cowboys played the Redskins when Clint Longley came off the bench and threw the bomb. Right, Clint Longley in 1974.
Quick, go to Google.
Right, he was the guy that later punched Staubach in the face.
Yeah.
He was the backup quarterback. Staubach got knocked out with a concussion in '74, and Longley came off the bench, threw a touchdown to beat the Redskins. And last night the Cowboys just had Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott just did it again.
Right,
I mean, these guys are unstoppable.
It's the 1-2 punch, and Washington came back with a furious
They
fourth
played
quarter.
A great offensive game.
They're very hard to get off the field.
Yeah,
this is
that
a
Jordan
team.
Reed is ridiculous.
They first down, and they're so hard to get off the
tough.
field. Well, and they're third in the league on long passes, big gainers.
Over 20 yards.
Yeah, big gainers. So this is a team that's not scared to throw the ball downfield. They spread the offense. They really get a lot of good things done on the field, and they make it very exciting. Cousins had a great game, despite that he threw 53 times.
He completed 41 out of 53.
He did.
What a game, man.
But I think part of their problem was they didn't run the ball enough. They only had 19 runs.
Yeah.
And, of course, you're going to throw it 50, 60 times a game if you're running a ball 19 times.
They didn't run the ball enough.
There's no balance
They gained 53 yards on the ground. They were just there. Well, I mean, the Cowboys made them one-dimensional. And the other thing the Cowboys did, with the exception of that one mistake to Deshaun Jackson, the Cowboys kept them in front of them for the most part.
I don't believe they made them one-dimensional, and I say that's because they still rushed for 84 yards or something like that as a team. Washington did. I think they didn't go to the run enough. They have enough passing game, but what they failed to do was to establish the run to open up some of the other shorter midfield passes. You know what I'm saying?
Everything was open. They threw for they threw for over 400
yards.
Right,
but I think they could have opened it up a little bit more when they established the running game
Really?
a little bit more. I mean, 19 runs is not going to do it.
The only
in the NFL, it doesn't do it.
Well, the only thing they really did wrong is they just couldn't stop the Cowboys. I mean, that's why
nobody can stop the Cowboys.
That's why That's why Jay Gruden took a lot of flack because he went to the onside kick with 9 minutes to go, and
I thought that was great.
I thought it was great too because the reason I thought it was great. No, the Redskins only gained 56 yards in the ground as a team, so they carried 19 times for only 56 yards. So the Cowboys shut down their run.
Well, it was still 19 attempts,
less than 3 yards a carry.
Whereas the Cowboys had 30 runs.
Yeah, that's not a lot for the Cowboys
but still
either.
11 more. And this is a team with a
that's
balanced.
not a lot for the Cowboys.
It's a balanced offensive attack, and of course, Elliott's going to open it up for
the
Dak
Cowboys. Only ran 54 offensive plays. That's not a lot of plays.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, I mean
31.
Washington dominated the possession of that game.
Yeah.
They really owned the ball. They just couldn't put it in the end zone. They had 2 missed field goals, which is the difference of the game.
Yeah. So the question is now.
And those were short.
No, one was 55 yards.
Well,
the other was 43. I mean, they weren't short. I mean, that's not short. But
43 is short for the NFL. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's not really short. But anyway, I mean,
I think it's short.
The question is, who's going to stop the Cowboys? Are the Vikings going to stop them next week?
I don't know.
Because I don't know who's going to stop this Prescott and Elliott. They seem unstoppable.
I think the only team that could stop them is themselves. Maybe Seattle.
Yeah,
maybe Seattle. Yeah, and I think that's it because when I picked last week, I told you about my Final Four for the NFL as far as the NFC Championship.
Which those 2 games, the Cowboys, Pittsburgh.
Right.
Those are the 4 teams.
I had Seattle beating Dallas, and I had Pittsburgh upsetting New England.
Yeah.
And there it is. I can't see any other team but Seattle really beating this Dallas team.
Yeah, I don't think so
They're
either.
tough.
Seattle's tough, and they're getting healthy too.
Yeah. Well, hey, real quick, let's talk about what the city of Oakland's been trying to do to keep the Raiders.
Oh, they're doing a Hail Mary.
They're doing a Hail Mary, but the thing is, they don't. Even if the Raiders don't get 24 votes, it's not the end of the world. Al Davis already been in that rodeo, right? You could sue the league for antitrust violations if he doesn't get the 24, because these are 30 businesses. They're not in one group, so to say, because that is an antitrust violation. Look that up, antitrust. So
well, that's why Al Davis moved the Raiders when Al Davis moved the Raiders to L.A. He didn't have the approval of the league. He just moved them.
Correct. Well, the same thing's going on here. Yeah. Davis is going to move the team to Vegas. It doesn't matter what the city of Oakland does. They have already established that Oakland is a baseball-first city. It's widely known. It's in print as well. Do you know that?
Well, I don't believe that. No.
Baseball it's in print.
First.
It's in print.
What does that mean? In print?
It's in print. Look it up.
What does that mean?
Look it up. It's in the papers. Look it in the papers. Look it on. Look it out. You got a computer right here. Look it up there.
You mean it's just someone else saying?
No, the mayor. The mayor of Oakland. I can't remember her name.
But they don't.
She made it very clear.
Any fans,
it doesn't matter. You know why they don't draw fans? Because they have a crappy stadium.
Yeah.
They have an absolute crappy stadium. Yeah. If you've been there, I mean, it's
but the Raiders sell out that crappy stadium.
Of course they do. But remember, they don't care about the Raiders. Remember, the Raiders have already mutinied once. They don't care if the Raiders leave again. They do, but they don't.
Oh, I think I disagree.
No, Ronnie Lott cares if the Raiders leave.
I think
and some of the Raider Nation does.
Nobody wants to lose an NFL team. I'm sure that the city doesn't
sure
want
they
to
do. Look at L.A. L.A. lost 2.
Yes, what I'm saying, though, nobody wants to lose an NFL team.
And now they got one back that can't win their way out of a wet paper bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting last-ditch attempt. We still don't know if the Raiders are going to get that 3/4 vote.
They don't need it.
And also, Roger Goodell has come out and said he preferred that the Raiders and Chargers stay in their respective towns.
Of course, he has to say that because that's the popular thing to say.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, though.
Yeah.
Davis is moving the Raiders here. The site's already picked. The money is already there. There's $750 million of free money. Dude, it's happening.
Yes. Not just that, plus Adelson's offered up $500 million. So there's actually $1.25 billion of free money. Yeah. Yeah. So
well, and plus the commitment's already been made to UNLV.
Yeah.
$200 million. UNLV is going to play in that same stadium as well.
It's interesting, though. Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, has said even if he moves to Vegas, he still plans on playing the next 2 seasons in Oakland in the Coliseum. That's what Mark Davis has said.
He may have said that because they still need a place to play.
There's nowhere to play because there's nowhere to play here.
Right.
Here.
But, they're better off playing on the road because they win every game on the road anyway. What's the difference? They could be all 16 games they can play on the road, and they'll probably be 16-0. Unlike Cleveland being 0-for, as we see.
Yeah, well, last 2 years ago, when the Cowboys went 12-4, they were 8-0 on the road, and they were 4-4 at home that year. That was the only time the Cowboys have ever gone undefeated on the road.
Correct.
Yeah, no, the Raiders. But I mean, obviously, we want the Raiders in Vegas.
They're coming.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're coming.
It doesn't matter. They're coming. That's the end of it.
Okay.
In fact, I would be willing to make a bet.
Okay, they're coming. Yep.
It feels like there you go. There's 500.
Yeah. And,
all right, we'll get into that stuff later on.
And they're not only coming, but they're coming with an excellent team, too. I mean, you see what they did down in they played a lackluster game down in Mexico, and then they came out in the fourth quarter and just blew them out.
Right, they just showed who they were.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
Yeah, they're an excellent team. What about the Lions? The Lions have trailed in every single game this year in the fourth quarter, and they're 7-4.
And the Lions are in first place.
Yeah.
And
after Thanksgiving, when's the last time that's happened?
I don't know, but it's on Thanksgiving – you could almost bet only Thanksgiving and bet the farm every Thanksgiving that Detroit and or Dallas are going to win. It just happens every year. They're supposed to. Look at the history of it. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, the Cowboys are 30-18 on Thanksgiving over the last stuff. 30-18-1. That's their lifetime record.
I like the fact that the Lions have jumped into first place ahead of the Vikings because the Vikings don't deserve it. They don't. I mean, the front wheel came off on their first loss, and then boom, all the wheels came off. They're terrible.
They're terrible because the Vikings got hit with the injury bug worse than any team in the NFL. They lost their starting quarterback, they lost their star tailback, they lost 3 left tackles. It's hard to win when you're on your 4th left tackle.
But that is what happens in the NFL.
Yeah.
Look, the New England Patriots were down to their number 3 quarterback, and they were still 3-1 when Brady came back. So I don't really buy that argument. You can always find a way around it.
Yeah, well, they're still 6-5. They're not out of it yet, though.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But you know who else is 6-5 now? Is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, we figured Pittsburgh would make a last-ditch comeback like they do. Last year, they won their last 7 games.
Yeah, that's what they do. Roethlisberger knows how to get the team. into that position to win. And this is a team right now that they're on a path where they're going to win the division. They're going to end up finding their way through the playoffs. They're going to end up playing New England.
They're going to have to go up to New England and beat them.
And they can do that.
Yeah.
I think they can do that.
But they have a terrible record in New England. Tomlin hates playing New England. That's the one team he can't beat.
But Brady doesn't have the footwork that he used to. This is a beatable New England team.
Sure.
We'll pick that up on the other side.
Sure it is.
It's a great conversation.
Yep.
See you in a second.